Hello my dear students, I hope you all are very fine. Today we are going to discuss short question answer of chapter 12, that is air, water and weather. Okay, there are 4 to 5 questions are there in the short question answers, and one by one we will discuss all. Okay, so I hope all student will be till the last and they will listen very sincerely and carefully to all the answers. Our question number 1 is, how does the sun cause changes in the weather? Okay, the question is asking how the sun is responsible in the change in the weather, how the sun rays and the sun affect the weather. Okay, there are the different way of asking the question, but the meaning of this question is how sun is responsible or it is affecting in the changing of the weather. Then the answer you have to write is, sun causes changes in weather because the sunlight that earth receives is the main reason behind changing atmospheric condition or weather. You must have observed sometime, okay, when the sun is not present in the sky, okay, that means they are present. It is present, but it is hidden behind the cloud or some other reason. So the sun rays could not fall on the earth very nicely, and that time you must have seen the weather is little cooler as compared to the sun. So that weather will be called cloudy. Okay, cloudy weather. Sometime what happened, the sun is shining very brightly and it is all the sun rays are perfectly reaching to the surface of the earth, and that time our atmosphere is little hotter and we feel little warm. That day is called sunny weather. So in this way the sun is responsible for changing our atmospheric condition. Okay, sun is responsible to change our condition, what is we are surrounded with. Okay, that is atmospheric condition. That's why we can say the sun is reason behind changing the weather. I hope you all have understood. Question number 2 is, what do you understand by evaporation and the condensation? You have to write the meaning of these two words. So first we are going to discuss about the evaporation. Evaporation is the process of changing water into water vapor on the heating. Okay, this is the definition, but in the practical life also we used to see this process every day, but we don't observe. Okay, when we are drying our clothes, that time from the wet clothes our clothes are becoming dry. When we used to take bath, our hair is wet, but after some time it become dry. If we are mopping the floor, okay, the wet floor become dry after some time. If we are washing anything, then after some time the water droplets from that is vanished, that means disappear. Then how this process are occurring? Okay, the process are occurring only due to the evaporation, because whatever water is present in the wet cloth or in our hair after taking bath or on the floor during mopping, so all these water is converting into water vapor and mixing in our environment. Okay, so this is the process of evaporation. In our daily life also we used to observe it. Okay, now next is condensation. What is condensation? Condensation is the process of changing water vapor into water on cooling. You must have seen when our mother is boiling the tea or milk or the water, and we used to put the hand on that, and after some time you can see the water droplets on our hand. Okay, why this happens? This happens because whatever water vapor, okay, when the water is converting into water vapor during the evaporation, so the water vapor will come into the contact of any surface, and when it used to come in the contact of any surface, then it used to cool down. Okay, water vapor used to cool down, and that process is only known as condensation. In the winter season, if you are talking, then you can see some foggy substances coming out of your mouth. Okay, that is also the process of condensation only, because from our mouth whatever water vapor is coming out, whenever it is coming into the contact of the cold environment, it converts into the tiny droplets and we see that foggy breath is coming out from our mouth. That is nothing but the condensation. So these processes are occurring in our daily life also, okay, but only we have to change our point of view, okay, to recognize it. Let's see some picture related to the evaporation. You can see, if we heat the container, okay, if we use fire to heat, or we use flame of the gas LPG cylinder to heat, or any source of heat like heater is also used to boil the water, okay, sometimes the geyser is also used to hot the water. So during all this process, this water is becoming into water vapor, which is known as evaporation. And this process occur in our daily life also, because all the water bodies, slowly and slowly water is getting evaporated and going high in the sky and forming the clouds, okay. Next is condensation. Just now I told you, if you will do this activity, you can see the tiny droplets over your hand, that is the condensation, because the gaseous form of water vapor convert into water droplet. One more example is there. Whenever you are taking something out from your freeze, you can see the tiny droplets present over there after some time, okay. That also happened due to the condensation process, okay. Whatever water vapor is present in our environment, when it touches the cold surface of the substance that has been taken out from the freeze, it used to convert into water droplets, and we can see it, okay, on the surface of that. Now let's proceed to the question number 3. Question number 3 is, what is humidity? If we will go to the definition only, then it is, humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air, okay, and this process generally happen in the rainy season, okay, because we are knowing how these water vapor come into our air, okay, because humidity is the presence of water vapor in our environment, that means in the air. That air is known as humid air. But the question is, how these water vapor come in our air? This also happen after the evaporation, and mostly in the rainy season this process happens. Why? Because just after the rain, if our environment is hot, then all the water which is present on the surfaces, on the ground or on the table or any other surface, they get evaporated, and after that they convert into water vapor, and that water vapor used to present in between of the air, and that air is known as humid air, okay. So what is humidity? Humidity is only the presence of water vapor in our air, okay. This picture can make you clear. And in the humid condition, whenever the humidity will be there, you will feel very uncomfortable, okay. You will see that atmosphere is looking cool only, but you will have a lot of sweat and you will feel very uncomfortable. Why? Because this all happened due to the presence of water vapor. When you will go into the water vapor, obviously you will not feel very comfortable, okay, because if the boiling water is going on boiling, and you will keep your face in that, then you will feel little suffocating. Why? Because of the presence of water vapor. So same thing occurring in our nature also naturally. Next question we are going to discuss is, what is precipitation? Whenever we talk about this precipitation, you just have to keep in your mind something is falling from upside. Precipitation means coming down, okay. But in this chapter we are talking about precipitation, that means the water is coming out from upside, okay, in a downward direction. So precipitation is the process in which the water drops become heavy and fall on the earth in the form of rain, hail, snow, etc. What I said the water will come down on the earth, okay. It can be in any way. It can be snow also. Snowfall is also the example of precipitation. Rainfall is also the example of precipitation. Hail falling is also the example of precipitation, okay. So these all are coming down on the earth in the form of either solid or liquid, okay. Rain is the example of liquid precipitation, whereas snow and hail is the example of solid precipitation. But in both of the cases, in both of the processes, you will see the water is only coming, okay. Only form is changing from liquid to solid, but actually water is coming out. And when it comes down on the earth, when it becomes heavier, okay. Why? Because all the time the water is getting evaporated and going high in the sky. and after some time, when they are converting into droplets and colliding with each other, and after some time it become heavier, and you all are knowing the heavy things always tends to fall downward. Okay, so same thing is written but in a short way. You have to understand why it is written so precipitation is the process in which water drops become heavy and fall to the earth in the form of rain, hail and snow. You can see the other form are sleet and snow also, as we have discussed in this chapter. Now the last question we are going to discuss is what is water cycle. Sorry, here the cycle is not written. Okay, it is water cycle. So what is water cycle? You will add on, by mistake it is left. So water cycle, what is water cycle? The cycle of evaporation, condensation and precipitation that goes on continuously is called water cycle. If we will go back on the chapter, then what we have seen, first of all, the water which is present in our water body that used to evaporate. This is the first process. After that, after going on the high, they used to cool down, which is a condensation process. And after that, when it become heavier, it used to come down again on the earth, which is known as precipitation. And in our nature, this process goes on the continuous basis. Okay, so this is known as water cycle. Let's see the picture of water cycle. You can see the picture of water cycle. Okay, you can see the water cycle picture in your book. So I hope you all have understood. Okay, and this video will help you to do the question answer. But again and again I used to say that please don't copy all the answers. Please take the help of your book and write your own language, own answer in the own language. That will enhance your writing skill. Thank you so much for watching the video.